Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here. Welcome to another Artery gear video. So I'm finally going to show you how the cast and the fuse system works, as well as some tips and tricks to make sure you're using it as efficiently as possible, okay? And I'll show you through my process of gearing Della. I'm building her right now for PvP, and I should have a Della showcase video after this so you can take a look at how things are going. So first of all, let's go into the gear calculator. So this is the gear calculator in my previous video. We fixed a little issue with the HP, but now it's working as intended. So this is my Della's equipment, and you can see that I need to use 4 red crystals. So this is the fuse part, but otherwise everything else, the scope as well as the weapon, are set already. So let's go back to my Della. So this is my Della, and let's look at the gears. So as a habit, what I do is, first of all, I make sure that when I upgrade, I make sure I have the correct main stat here, and then for the substats, I double check the ones that I don't need to fuse. I will lock it and flag it, so it's right here. So you see those are flagged as well as locked. So you can see right off the bat that these 4 are the ones that require fusing, where these 2 are done. Okay, and then going back to the calculator, you'll be able to see that you know what I'm hoping to fuse into each individual slot. Fusing is essentially replacing the substats of one item with another. Few rules here. It has to be from the same boss. So immunity, counter, and crit, they're all from Harpist. And you can fuse between gears that drop from Harpist, but you cannot fuse, for example, to a speed set because that drops from Centaur. So that's the number 1 rule. Second rule is the substat of the item cannot be the same as the targeting main stat. So let's say I have a HP percent substat. The item that I'm hoping to pass the substat to cannot have HP percent as the main stat. It's different from CN. I won't go into it because it just confuses you, but those are the rules for JP and as well as global. So looking back, okay, so for my second slot, the HP, I'm looking for the HP 26% and defense 18.9% with a little bit of crit damage and effectiveness. Okay, so what I do is I look at this one and I fuse, and I look at whatever I need. So we were looking at, let's go back to the document. Slot 2 was HP and defense percentage. Okay, so let's go for HP and defense percent, and I should have it flagged right here. And I'll just double check with my document that it's supposed to be a counter boots. It is, and it's 26% HP percent and 18.9% defense. Perfect. So that is that. So I select that, and it's going to consume 1 red crystal. Okay, and what's going to happen is this item on the right will be destroyed, and all of it will pass to the left item. And the left item, everything will be replaced. If there were 2 substats before, it will now become 4. Okay, and it will inherit the level, which is at plus 15 right now. So another thing you can do is, if the item you're transferring on the right side is leveled up, you can click on this EXP transfer to transfer some of the experience, but it will decay. So a plus 15 goes to a plus 13 after that. So I'll do the transfer, and you can see that because it's plus 15, all the substats are unlocked right away. Okay, so this is now done, and I'll lock that. All right, so this is finished, and on towards the next piece. So my third slot, I am looking for a crit scope that has attacks. Okay, so I'll go back. Crit scope that has attacks. Fuse, and I'm looking at a crit scope that has attacks. So let's do a crit, and that has a bunch of attacks, and it should be flagged again. Right here, right? I'm just going to check the substats, and that's correct. So I'm going to fuse that, and so this is done too. And then I'll lock that and flag it. And next is the boots, so fuse that. And what I'm looking for is defense percentage and crit, and it's supposed to be a crit USB, so slot 6. So you can see that the calculator is extremely useful. Sorry, it's a counter USB. Yeah, the calculator is extremely useful because it allows you to look at what the final stats and play around with it before you commit to any upgrades, which is extremely important. Sorry, let me just go back. Got distracted. So this is the boots. I haven't done. Oh, I did slot 3 already. Okay, so this is the boots, yes. And I'm supposed to fuse with a USB counter. So counter and USB is supposed to have defense and crit. So substat defense and substat crit. You have to be really focused and not screw up. So is this the right item? No, this one is not. Is this one the right item? Yes, that one is. You gotta go back and forth and check to make sure you don't make any mistakes. Because you notice how it uses gold and of course the red crystal. You'll be gated by the red crystal. There's only a set amount you can get every single week and day. So make sure you plan things wisely. And the last one is a counter scope. So let's go to counter set and then a scope that has attack and defense. Attack and defense. And it should be flagged right here. Perfect. So I'll transfer that. And that's it. That is my Della done. And if we look at the stats now, is it to what I wanted? 20k, almost 20k. I mean, just slightly over 20k. And then 99, so there's no speed, 20k, 2000 defense. Yep. Basically, this is the Della I want. I'll have a Della highlight video after this to show you guys. And this is, of course, done. But that is how the the fuse works. You're essentially transferring subs, and as long as you follow the 2 rules, which is same set from the same boss drop, and also the subset cannot be the same as the main stat, you'll be good to go. So one more thing is I want to show you guys. Let's go back. Fuse. So one thing I'll show you how to fuse is, let's look at one of the best gears to fuse for free-to-play players in the beginning. Is going to be a free attack set that you get from the missions, because they already come with really good substats, the correct one. So you really only need to upgrade the roll range. So you can see here I upgraded. It didn't roll really nicely, so not the end of the world. But here I'm hoping to upgrade this. So this is the cast system. The cast uses this red book instead of the blueprint. And also these materials, so you get those iron rods or whatever materials from dismantling gears that have golden substats. So I'll just show you real quick. So let's say I wanted to get rid of some item right here, right? So this has a golden substats. Let's just get rid of something that's really bad, like this. Okay, this is a gold. Oh yeah, let's get rid of this one. This is a golden substat. So when it disassemble and sell, you'll get this, which is the mat to upgrade any of the harpist items. Okay, breaking strength. So you always want to sell items, gears that have golden substats that you're not planning to use because of those materials. And then you also need the cogwheels, depending on how many. Let's go here. How many substats you're looking to upgrade and the quality of it. So if it's already got 1 golden substats, you need T2 casting parts. If it's got 2, then it's T3. Make sure you buy the T1s every single week in the beginning, because you'll run short on these. So back to the topic, we're going to upgrade the free gear set. So let's cast this, and then we have enough materials. You'll get this as soon as you push Maiden 9 or 10, you'll get a bunch of this, which is enough. You don't even have to farm Maiden to get these materials. It allows you to upgrade a few parts of your attack sets already. So let's do the casting. And it rolled on crit. Alright roll, not the best, but yeah, so this is Melvis's stat right now, just on free gear. I'll do a Melvis highlight because I think she's a better cleaver with the emergence of Della and Hirin, the stall meta that I previously talked about. So anyhow, that's it from me, and hopefully this was clear enough for you for the guide on fusing, and as well as the other parts for for casting. I'll have more videos on the guide, maybe my rules on how I sort videos, and also what gear is good to keep. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next video.